Bramwell, we now have an update on the town's Bramwell's debt. It has been 1 year this month since the newly elected mayor of Bramwell says that he discovered that the town owed more than $180,000 to the IRS. Now, through the joint efforts of the town and the community, that number has been significantly reduced. Mayor Grant Bennett says the town is doing what they can to lower the amount they owe. One of these ways came thanks to collaboration with the Bramwell Theater Corporation, who created a GoFundMe page to ask the community for help. Through that page and the other donations, they were able to raise $16,000, which was presented in a check form to the mayor on Friday. Mayor Bennett says that while they still don't have an exact number from the IRS, the combined efforts of the town and community have lowered the debt to around $35,000. One Bramwell Theater Corporation member says getting these donations was a labor of love.
This is a Victorian town with great architecture, great buildings. This is like a showplace. We used to, well, and we still call it, this is the jewel of southern West Virginia. It truly is.
It means a lot. I mean, community is everything, every community, big cities, small cities, whatever. I mean, that's what, it takes a village to do things. You know, if no one steps up and helps to do things in their community, then it's just stagnant.
If you would still like to donate to help with the remaining debt, you can still go by donating to the Town of Bramwell or to the Bramwell Theater Corporation. Crane encourages people to continue donating, calling it an opportunity to save a part of history. Checks can be mailed to the P.O. Box 338, Bramwell, West Virginia.